Welcome back to Pharos Technology. Today we will continue showing how even an absolute beginner can make a professional looking spreadsheet. In this 5-minute tutorial, we'll show you how to create simple charts to display information in an easy to understand format. Excel has tons of built-in chart styles, and today we'll look at two of the most common, the line chart and the bar chart. In our previous videos, we transcribed a ledger into our spreadsheet. Then we formatted those cells to look like dates and numbers. In our last episode, we used the power of formulas to calculate totals and give us an idea how much we have in our bank account. If you haven't watched those videos, don't worry. We've linked those at the end of this video. The information we're sharing here will work with any data set. For those who did watch, go ahead and open the ledger while we run the intro. So let's start by creating a bar chart. To insert a chart, we'll need to use the Insert ribbon. Click on the tab at the top of the page labeled Insert. This ribbon allows you to add a lot of useful tools onto the page. The section labeled Charts is what we'll use. You can either select a specific chart by using the buttons on the right, or get Excel's recommendations using the big button on the left. To make a chart, we need to select a range. Let's select from C1 to E10 by clicking and holding the mouse button across the range. Then click on the bar chart icon. In the drop-down menu, we'll see options for how we want our chart to look. Let's go with the most basic chart on the top left. Immediately, we have our chart. There's definitely a few issues with this chart. It does have debits and credits showing different color bars, but the size of the debits is making the chart useless for looking at the credits. We need to have the credits and debits on their own scale. Right-click on one of the blue bars to bring up the context menu. Click Change Series Chart Type. This window allows us to customize our chart. We're going to turn this plain bar chart into a combo chart. On the lower right, we can select what chart type we want to use for each of our series. On the debit row, click the Secondary Access checkbox. Then press OK. Now you'll notice the scaling has changed. We can clearly see both credits and debits. Let's add one more chart type so we can see our balance change as each transaction happens. First, we need to write a couple formulas. Let's label column F balance. Just below it, in cell F2, we can write equals, then select our previous balance. This is our starting amount. Below it, we need to add three things: the previous transaction, add any debits from this transaction, and subtract any credits. This formula should add 512 plus 0 minus 94.38. Press Enter and see the total. Now we're going to see some more Excel magic. Select F3 again. You see the little square in the bottom right of the box around it? Click and drag it down to F10. Excel dynamically changes the references in each cell so that every time it's adding the cells above it and adjacent to it. Okay, so now we have a running total. Let's add it to our chart. Select the chart. Do you see the same outlines for the data on the chart? Click and drag the box on the corner of E10 over to F10. This adds balance as a series to the chart. The current chart doesn't look great as a bar chart. I think it'll look better as a line instead. Like before, we'll select one of the bars and right-click on it and select Change Series Chart Type. Let's use the drop-down menu on the balance row to change this to a line. Click OK. There's a whole lot more we can do to make this chart pretty, including changing the name on the chart, modifying the color scheme, and more. Go ahead and experiment a bit to see how good you can make it look. But that's all for this video. Our next and final video will show you how to stylize your ledger and chart to make it look professional. Thanks a ton for watching the video. If this helped you get started with Excel, please click the like button below. We have a lot more Excel content coming soon. So if you want to learn more, subscribe to the channel and have a great day. Thanks for coming.